What the hell? This is terrible.
It's terrible. What's going on?
Yeah.
Alstallio.
Oh, well, we've lost him.
We're on air, so please don't swear.
It must be the thing what shows you out.
We're on air. Please don't swear.
I spilled tea on myself.
Sorry, I'm muting myself. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties at the moment.
Okay.
Remember, remember my computer broke, so I've had to drop a system on the broken computer so I could use it, and I've had to learn a whole new system in a matter of minutes to get this podcast going. So I'm sorry if it. What?
You should have postponed it till you learned it.
You should have had us. Alstallio, you should have had us singing it a cappella style.
Yeah.
So let's count us in. 3, 2, 1. If you got the love and you bide your time, you put the ambition.
Come on. Come on.
Well, no, you might come in, Alstallio.
Now I'm hoping it's working. Welcome to a family affair with the crew. With the crew. With Travesty, Mideyah, Pudding, and myself, Alstallio.
Hi.
Hola. How's everyone doing today?
Good,
it's a brand new week. Swallow, I gathered. Travesty, you're doing good. Got your business running.
Yeah.
Good to hear it.
Entrepreneur, Black Power, Black Owned, Black CEO, Black Manager.
You need to put yourself in that group, and it's a group on Facebook. Actually, I'm
already on there.
You're on there?
Already on there, yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
See, I'm already on there.
And I understand that, obviously, Mideyah is working hard, studying. You're never too old to start. You're never too old to start.
True.
That's it. You're going to be finished just in time to retire.
That's my whole point.
That's good. As long as you did something, you contributed.
So far, Alstallio, I've done my video presentation.
Yeah.
And I have done I've almost completed my 2,000 word assignment. Okay. So I'm doing very well.
Well done.
Great. And Pudding's doing really well too. She's got a little cake business going. I can't believe it.
Well, you say cakes, might switch it up on you. You never know.
I'm just still trying to figure out why you're not giving me the recipe and spreading the word, man.
Listen, there's no conversation about any recipe. There's no recipe. It doesn't exist. I don't know what you're on about.
You are a criminal, man. Hey, give us the recipe. I know there's like, let me see, the sillet in there, and there's like strawberries.
As I said, Alstallio, I have to put in there, Pudding will share the recipe when the government shares the wealth.
There you go.
Yeah, but the people are going to share the wealth. Do you know what?
They will never share their wealth.
Well, you know what? I think it's really interesting what's happening at the moment, because, like, obviously I'm giving English classes now. We pretty much got 6 customers quite quickly, and it slowed off a little bit, but I put that down to obviously COVID, and people are scared to go out and meet and maybe start something new.
Alstallio, what about distance learning?
Sure. I mean, 6 people. It's a lot of people. Oh, it's not a lot of people. We've only just started like 2 months ago, so 6 people is quite good for 2 months. And I'm thinking, has it got easier to make money or something?
Yeah.
All of a sudden?
It feels like it.
Yeah, because people have started thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not all about you've got to think, how can I make money which doesn't need me to go out the house, and I can make it somehow? Everybody's looking at their skills they've got using those.
Travesty, I bet OnlyFans has gone up a lot.
Hey, OnlyFans gone up. I was reading up on that because I actually started a site. Anyone? No. #Black Off Lips.
Shut up, the joker.
If you want to see some black leg, just all
the big black upper lips.
Or black upper lip, exactly. All the white women should definitely.
Oh my god!
Sign up. But no, I was reading up, and basically they've gone up 22,000 subscribers a day since the start of the pandemic. 20,000, 200,000 actually.
No way.
A day.
That's crazy.
So think about all the money that's floating around OnlyFans.
Yeah.
These guys are still. What's
You know what?
it's grifty. That's it. It's
Yeah.
the grifters, in it. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
The grifters.
Grifters. You know what? To be fair, on a real, you. No, it's gone. It's gone.
I mean, if you can make the money that easy, why not?
Yeah, definitely. There's so much money in the world. There's enough for everybody, really.
True.
There is.
Just got to be clever enough to make it.
I think it's always like just out of arm's reach for most people. And I don't know. I think they always make it a little bit more like back in the day. I think it was to try and make it sound more difficult than it actually is to get money. Like you got to go study. You got to go study for 20 years. And it's always like the jobs that are like being a doctor or being a lawyer. You know, you got 10. You need to do 10 years of studies. But there's like jobs where you can like learn to paint a car, for example. You can do that in 6 months. You can learn to paint a car or take out dents, you know, resprays. Make £500 a time or something like on one day, maybe for 2 or 3 hours work.
Specialized skill, isn't it?
Yeah. So
you do things like that because the actual training to do something like that is so short. You need to invest in yourself, get that done, rent a little garage. There you go.
Yeah, you can do like even changing brakes. Like I learned to change brakes. I think you can do it too, innit, Travesty?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you change your brakes on your car. Normally, if you go to a garage, it costs you like €600-700. Well, depending what car you got, but up to €600-700, maybe even £1,000.
What?
But you know, you can charge someone 100-200 quid, change the brake in an hour.
No, they do it over here for like. I get my brakes done for about 30 quid.
Really? In Germany, £1,000.
I don't know what's going on there.
The criminals.
That's
here's
disgusting.
one even better, Alstallio. If you want to work done by a family member, you can get it done free.
Yeah.
Oh. That's if the family member possesses the skill that you need.
Yeah, you get me.
We're talking about skills here. We're talking about skills. Anyway, what's the first topic anyway?
I'm interested in letting everyone know I am just like Mideyah and I am sologamous. I have been
married yourself
several years. I've been married to myself for several years, and I'd like to discuss the topic.
Let me see if I can. I've actually got a picture. No, this is the wrong one. Here it is. So, can you see the picture that I've pulled up?
I have indeed, yes.
So the R&B singer Mideyah reveals she's a sologamous, and has been happily married for 7 years to herself. Is that girl who used to?
Yeah, singer, yeah.
Yeah. 90s R&B star.
Travesty knows the song. Come on, how does it go? She got
the Brat, wasn't it? Was it the Brat, weren't it?
The Brat. Oh, yeah, okay.
No, not the Brat.
Mideyah.
Yes, yeah, Mideyah. She came up with the Rugrats theme tune.
That's it. That's the one.
For the movie, yeah.
Yeah. And ghetto superstar.
The thing is,
I know what you are. Sorry,
Simon. If you're listening, here's a new talent for you.
Yeah. Sologamous. I mean,
you might.
I think at some age you're always, especially if you're a woman. I think at some age you're going to end up sologamous anyway. In most cases, unless you can find someone you marry. I think people.
Why do you always say if you're a woman? Why can't you say anyone can be sologamous?
I know a lot
because men. The thing is, the thing with men, though, our market value stays.
No, it doesn't.
For quite long.
No, it doesn't.
What you've got to bring to the table.
Yeah, but I mean, let's talk about the average guy. He's going to have a market value basically because he's going to have a decent job. You know, when a guy gets to 40 and 50, he's normally in a high position at work. So he's going to probably make decent. He's going to probably make. Look, I'm not talking about Jamaican men. I'm talking about like.
Alstallio, can you please rephrase what you're saying?
You're
not talking about anybody in specific.
So that means about yourself?
Because you cannot
be 45 and you want to be nowhere in life.
Alstallio, you cannot be labeling any. Yes, you can't stereotype. You can't label anybody. So you say, no one in. Sorry.
Wow, the thing is, if you look at statistics, like. And we don't want to go into the race thing, obviously, but if you see, like, Jamaican men probably make a lot less than their European counterparts.
Using that terms.
You don't think so?
I think you should be talking general. I don't think you should name.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying general men. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I don't want to say any particular guy. I'm talking about guys who tend to stay in their market value a bit longer than women. simply because they're gonna still make probably decent money after they get to the 40s, the 50s. You know, if they got their life decent. And if you're single at 50, you can probably still get a girl who's like 30, 20, late 20s, 30.
Unfortunately,
That's true.
you saying that, Alstallio, that
Yeah.
is true, but the chances are they have to spend out. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
like
true.
it's
It's not
very
for
rare they're
free.
going to get some. If you're saying somebody 30 for somebody 50, 9 times out of 10, that man is going to have to spend. It's not going to, it's very rare. It isn't impossible. But it's very rare. It's going to be a love relationship. It's more what you can give me.
You
relationship.
think so, though, man? I think
security, any?
It's security.
You think?
So it's not because you got market value. It's because you got money.
Yeah, security.
But look,
because
women.
remember,
Sorry,
Travesty. Let me just say this, and you can carry on. You just called a particular race, and the reason why you said that is because you know, in your mind, you believe they wouldn't have money at them sort of ages to offer anyone. That's why you made that statement.
Yeah, but it's likely that
you are looking at a specific race, and you're looking at a specific type of man. You're looking at the typical man that's, as you say, managerial job, perhaps even higher than that. Got on at least a 200 grand a year wage.
That's
that's a doctor.
Sort of
that's not a typical guy.
No. You're talking about the ones who got market value. I'm talking about the ones in market value.
Look, I think if you're making
those men, yes,
40,000
sorry, Alstallio, those men, 9 times out of 10, yes, they will always have market value, and they will get more or less most women that they desire. But if you're a broke down bookie man, you notice I'm not saying it. If you're broke down bookie man, or you somebody who loves in the as some people call it, a pisshead. You know, and you've reached those ages, you are going to be limited to the time. So you have no.
You're only going to pick up. You haven't.
Yeah, but you're still going to have the women. Like I knew a guy who was a drunkard, and he was.
I can imagine the type of woman he's got.
But he's got a woman, and that's the thing. He's got a woman, even though he's like, and they're always fighting and breaking up and getting back together. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with these two?
But they both have no market value, so they've met their match.
Yeah, well, that's it. But this is what I'm saying. Someone like, from what I see in the picture, Maya's still very attractive. So she could probably still. The thing is, she knows at her age. I don't know how she is, but I'm sure she's.
She's the same age as me.
She's 40, so she's still got. She's still got a lot of.
She's probably sick of men.
Yeah, that's it. She could be.
Oh, it is.
And she probably wants. Look, if she's like, say for example, she's someone who just wants to date black guys, for example.
Here we go again.
No, I'm just okay. Let's say the thing is. Some women just like to stay in their own race. And this is what I'm saying. Some women want to just date their own guys. And she might be like, I don't want to date anybody else, but I want to date black guys. But I'm sick of black guys, for example. So she might decide, I'm going to be single. Or?
Yeah, true.
It could be. It could be something simple like that.
For me, I'm fine with Maya. Anytime I've seen her pop up, on my socials, she's very in tune with herself and very spiritual and in touch with her inner peace, within her inner being. She's vegan. She likes to be in the sun. She likes to just have her hair down, natural glow.
Every day.
You know what I mean? She's just very in tune with herself. And I think with her, she's just learnt to love herself over the years, and she's appreciating who she is, who she's become.
Yeah. I think that some like if you can quickly learn that men are not like as a woman and as a man too, that your life doesn't revolve around men or women, you're going to be fine in life. If you're going through, because there's still people who are like 45, 50, who are still trying to get that, whatever it is.
They're still chasing the dream.
Still trying to chase this, whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. And I've been married, 8 years now. And you know, I've been in a pretty decent, healthy relationship for 11 years. And I'm still like, what? I'm still like, what is this? You know, I'm all right. But I'm like, I don't know if I would have to chase this. You know what I mean? If this is the pot of gold at the end of the road, I'd be like, okay. Next time I could maybe not chase that, but chase something else. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
That's the problem. The ones who are doing that, they think there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow when in fact it's a bowl of dung.
But it's not that bad. The thing is, it's not. I don't want to talk it down because it's not bad. It's still nice. But the thing is, being sologamous is also nice. You know what I mean? You could, like, I know a guy comes on out of a podcast from Brazil. He's actually a virgin. He's still a virgin. He's like 50 plus. No, he's 50 plus. He's nothing for you. Be a sexy plus 50 plus. No. Let's not go too far.
Mideyah has something for you.
Leave me alone.
He's a virgin. He's never had a girlfriend. He's just never been interested in it. But he's learned so many life skills.
But he's got so much money.
He's got wow. He's good.
Because when you don't share money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're driven.
Yeah.
Because you gotta look after yourself.
And he explains like that. He's like, I didn't see the hype in it of chasing women and doing all that stuff. And that's it. And I think if we could all learn that.
So refreshing to hear.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's very good to talk to. If we could all get to that level, we'd be fine, man. We'd be good to go. There's no one likes.
You went quiet.
Yeah, no one likes. You know what? No. Look, man, let's go to the next topic, man, because sologamous ain't working for us.
I think it's the one what pees off. Pudding, the one what pees you off. Let's go there.
Which one?
The one what starts with G, the search engine.
Oh, you know what it is? Just because we've posted so many things, it's always Alstallio's fault.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even have time to like focus. So where is it?
I
know I was in the car thinking about this one. Oh, is this so far up? No. Didn't have a picture. Right. My question is for the group this week is why, when you research on Google, repelling answers and questions come up to what you've written into the search engine. Without a doubt, Google has become so difficult over the years. Like, for instance, I might want to see sandy beaches in Jamaica, and it'll come up like windy weather in Wales. It's so opposite.
Does it really do that?
Yeah, like
really?
I've noticed that.
I'm going to test it.
Mine's fine.
I'm going to test it.
Myself and Travesty have been doing our research.
Probably you need to get a new service provider.
No. We find it on a lot of occasions. Like if I was to type in beautiful black women with curly hair, it'll come up beautiful white women with blonde hair. It's really, really random.
Let me see. How could I don't know, man. That was just something you're putting in, man. Because remember Google.
No, I'm so clear. I'm so articulate. Remember you when you
see. Google. What is it? Let me see.
For me,
sandy beaches. Sandy.
That was just
beaches.
an example.
That's an example, Alstallio.
Yeah, well,
I'm saying what you really want. Okay, then. Common one, then. You know when you're ill and you're not very well, because I know Mideyah can relate to this.
Yeah.
When you put in the symptoms that you have, it puts up the symptoms that's so opposite, doesn't
Cold
it?
No.
symptoms.
I always get this. If you put in the right question,
okay,
you got to
then.
put in the
If
right
I'm
question.
18, if I've got a headache, and
Yeah.
I'm a bit discoloured and I'm coughing, I've got cancer.
Yes, that is true. It does.
But this
This is what I'm on about. Like, why is it always to the extreme? Why is it always extreme? And
those are
people
some
are
of the
looking for
cancer. And there's some of the cancer symptoms as well.
like that was
So
just
it's just going to cover everything, ain't it?
Having a cold. In fact,
Yeah, pneumonia.
You do have a cold. You have all sorts when you.
Your body runs down, ain't it?
You know, I said to you guys a couple of weeks back, I was like, don't you hate when you put something in on Google and you ask for it, and then when you read the symptoms, it tells you that you've probably got the worst disease on the planet. You're like, no,
Yeah.
man,
Yes, this is what I'm on
that-
about.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it panics. It just really panics you, man. I'm thinking, what's going on?
Okay.
Yeah, that's true, man. Like, you know, my son's got this funky ear at the moment, this deep, thick ear. And I put it on there and I was like, he's probably going to have to get his head decapitated or something. I was like, no, okay. I'm not going to look any further.
I told you what that was.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, they say it's the worst thing, you know, could be child cancer or something crazy.
Oh my gosh, they
okay.
always do, man.
Yeah, it's like, okay. He's just got a swollen ear, which is still there, actually. I need to find out what that is.
Yeah.
But while you're talking about that, the one thing that's really getting my goat is I'm now on my 4th text from my doctors. Oh, no, it's your turn to have the vaccine. No,
Really?
Listen. All
It's
I've
your
got to say
turn,
is if this vaccine is in short supply and people who don't want it are being bothered, that makes me suspicious.
You know what's even more? I was thinking about saying that. I'm going to add to that. Why don't they give the people, the confirmed people who have got the people who know they've got the virus, give them the vaccine? Wouldn't that make more sense? Give the people who are now quarantining.
No, they are.
It's not a cure. It's not what the medicine is. It's supposed to be a prevention. Oh, I don't know what it's supposed to be. All I know is
I didn't confirm that, did it really? From what I was
telling. Get this vaccine. What is its purpose? Is it supposed to be build up a resilience in your body towards COVID? Is that what it's supposed to be?
No, it's not supposed to be anything. It's a test.
So why are we taking it?
This is what I've been trying to say.
No one knows. Not even the people know who are giving it out know why we're taking it. It's a hope. It's a hit and hope thing.
Well, I text back, leave me alone. I actually did.
Just leave me alone.
I like that. Or you could donate I'm sure there's millions of people who take your vaccine, actually. You should probably say, I donate mine.
Give it to someone. I don't care. Just don't give it to me.
Yeah. Maybe you can find someone. Maybe you know what you do. Write an ad on Facebook right now and say, I've got a vaccine, so try to give me a vaccine, but I don't want it. Who wants to jump in my place?
I should give it.
That'll go viral.
How many people?
Would you be on the news?
I'm sure.
Definitely.
I'm sure if my granddaughter's listening, she'll jump in my place.
I was waiting for that.
Now, if you want to jump in my place, so you can go on holiday, just message me, and you can jump in my place. I'll arrange it.
Saying that,
wear my grey wig.
Yeah.
Where my grey wig can go.
Some countries have already implemented it now that you have to have the vaccine to travel in it. Have you seen to come in the country?
Well, you saying that they were saying on another podcast I listened to that some employers were saying no job, no job.
Yes, I'm hearing that.
They can't actually do that though, man.
They can't. Infringing human rights.
I'm not speaking to a lawyer, but I was listening to a lawyer who's properly informed. It would be against the human rights to do that. So they can't do it. Even if they try and do it and try and say
they have done it. They've done it to the care.
You take them to court.
I am telling you because this was just told to me last week. My brother's woman, her mother was told if she didn't have the vaccine because she's a care worker, she'd be out of a job.
You know what? So she can go to the union with that.
But she took the vaccine and apparently she was ill for quite a while.
Oh, she did it. I would have went to
I would have gone as well.
I would have went to union. About that, obviously.
Because at the end of the day, the reason they're texting me because they have called me 3 times and I've politely declined, and they said it's absolutely fine. It is your choice.
We'll ring you tomorrow.
We'll just keep asking you to say yes.
I'll change my mind.
It's the classic.
But I won't.
If you ask the girl enough, she'll say yes eventually.
You get me? It's true.
You'll be lucky. You can't wear me down like me because you know why they couldn't wear me down is because I don't like needles anyway. So you're not going to wear me down.
Got that thick skin,
You've got to like needles, and I'm not taking no needle unless it's absolutely necessary, and it's not absolutely necessary as far as I'm concerned.
Nope.
So no. But going back to Google, it does do that. Google does have a lot to be to be held responsible for, and I'll tell you what. Watching Google over the years, to me, I feel Google is very much like the Bible.
Yeah,
it tells you half truths.
The thing is, you got to understand that people are, it's the algorithms. People are putting stuff in, and the more you kind of manipulate the way you write into, it's called SEOs. The more you manipulate the way you write, is the more likely your results will show at the top of Google. That's what it is really. So people are found out intelligent ways to trick the search engine so all the results come up. And the more people you go to your site, is the more money you can make from advertising, etc., etc. So people are just writing rubbish just to get more people instead of just putting facts in.
Yeah, it's true.
If you're looking for facts now, you're not gonna find. Well, you have to dig deep.
You do.
That's why go to the library.
The library comes in. You have to do.
And that's why they've shut the library, so you can't access the real truth anymore.
You can. There's online libraries. You can get
Archives.org, I think, is a good place. They have all the old stuff there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we have one more topic or two more topics? I don't know how long we going.
Have a look, Alstallio. It's
Oh, wait, there's this one. These people have periods.
Say that
Yeah,
again.
every month.
Yeah,
Say
we
that
know
again.
women do. We know women do, but look at the picture on your site, your page.
Well, it depends on how those individuals identify themselves. Because I know recently I've been learning.
Wait. There was a mass uproar on this because they were like, no, women have, and why are they trying to give men women's roles? You know what I mean? And that's what it. Look, if you look at this picture, look at it. These guys are. I don't know if they're transgender. I don't know. It could be transgender. There could be thingy. But if they're transgender and they were born, sorry, excuse my French or anyone who offends, if they were born a women, of course they're gonna have periods because they're women. You know, I mean, they're born women, and that's just that's the natural thing. What happens, you know, even if you identify with whatever you want, you're still born. You're given two choices. That's it. You're either a man or a woman. And I think it was more like the women who were really offended by this because I'm like, you know, yeah, whatever. But the women were like, look, if you're born a woman, you have periods. If you're not born a woman, you're a man and you don't. So no, men don't. And yeah, we do. You know, there's the arguments that women be like, yeah, men do too. Because there's some days when I'm annoyed, you know, just like this. But I think this is kind of like trying to blur the lines and get rid of the. Are they trying to make one sex? Is that what it is? They're trying to make
I think so. Human being.
One human.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine what
But
the future's going to be
that would
like?
make the world a better place, don't you think?
Yeah.
One
No
human.
one
I feel like a lot of
identifies
people will be a lot more understanding.
Yeah.
So I
inclusive.
kind of, you know what I mean? So certain stereotypes, certain things will be kind of like,
Labels,
put to the side, if that makes sense.
So we just
Make things a little bit easier.
Because at the end of the day, Alstallio, everyone deserves to be treated exactly the same regardless.
Yes.
So I do think it would be good if it was just a one-sex human race. In fact, you don't even have to call it a sex or a gender. We're just human. We just
you say this. You say this. You say this, but look how many the LGBTQST this community
WXYZ.
And that's because
they've got so many
labels.
Yeah.
It's just creating more labels again.
Yeah.
And that's not created by them. They don't ask for that. They just want to be recognised.
Exactly.
But then the government comes and says, oh, yeah, we'll call you this then.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we'll put you on a little group. Oh, you can join the LGBT. No, I just want to be me, the end.
That's it.
Exactly.
Just be
I
me.
want to be an L or a G or a B or a T. I just want to be me, the end.
Or a Z.
Yeah. I just want to be me. An
Yeah.
individual.
And
who
I
just
agree.
want to
And I think,
be who they are. Yeah.
I think, at some point, people need to go and rally around and bother the government and say, look, we need to stop labelling
the
people.
government's choice, though, man. It's not the government's choice. I don't know why we leave it all to the government. Why are we letting the government decide?
Always government.
The government is exactly like God. The government is exactly like God. Without us, they wouldn't exist.
That is very true.
You know, so
everybody has to realise this, don't they?
Yeah, I think everyone does realise it. Just people have become so inactive; they've become so passive.
Because they broke us down by doing this lockdown.
Not even just that. I would even say before, though. You know, the people. There's a few people who will fight and stand up, but the majority of people are all right at home. You know, going to work.
Loving it, ain't it? Yeah.
A lot of people like to bury their head in the sand and just hope that it'll go away. So that's how humans are. They just want an easygoing life and they just don't want to be bothered. And that's why things are like this.
They don't care. Just sack it.
Don't care.
Because at the end of the day, they were supposed to be up in arms about this lockdown, and what happened? It went quiet.
Yeah.
Now, if they'd kept on, this lockdown would have been changed ages ago.
Yes, it would have.
Well, they know.
Now Boris is not going to roll. He's not rolling out a 4.0, but I'm seeing so
a 4.0
lockdown. So it's a fourth one. Is not rolling out.
Wait a second. This is a continuous second lockdown.
Yeah, it's just
there's no 2.0 or 3.0. This is the one that's been going since November.
Exactly.
The 16th. And now
listen. The government already know how long they want people locked down for, but they have to feed it you bit by bit. So you get used to the idea. If they had said to you in November, you're going to be locked down till January 22, you'd have been up in arms. So what they did is, we'll lock you down till December. We'll review it in December. Oh, we'll lock you down. Now there's a new variant. There's a South African virus. there's a Kent virus, we need to lock down a little bit longer. And if you guarantee in March, they'll need to lock you down a little bit longer then. And in April, and that's how they'll do it to get you to stay locked down. But the thing is, it's backfiring because people are not locked down like you think. Because if you go on the motorway, it's as busy as before lockdown.
I saw just a quick one. I saw people down the road, just neighbours down the road from us. They had a couple of pints and they were sitting at the front chilling. I was like, oh, this ain't lockdown.
There you go. Because they're locked down.
People are just carrying on their normal everyday things. They're not doing the lockdown like before. So it's not really sinking in. And what makes it worse is now the people don't realise the power they've got because they can throw in the government's face. But most of us have been vaccinated now, so why are we still locked down?
Yeah.
To answer it.
Well, they did say that rates have dropped by a third since September last year today. But
that's because
the cases are still high. And then they've also come back and says that the people who spend it mostly are 18 to 24 and the kids in primary school.
But then the kids are going to go back next week, innit? When are they going back in England?
Well, it's supposed to be. Yeah.
So next week as well?
Yeah.
But it won't, Eddie, because if they're going to say this.
23rd.
That's when they're meant to be physically going back into a school building?
Not all, just the key worker children.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the just the whole year group as a whole, because that's the 8.
Haven't got a clue.
Terrible.
I don't know. Anyway, do you want to do one more, or is that it?
Have you got any pet peeves?
I just wanted to ask something as well. Alstallio, have you heard this whole rumour that when you have the vaccination, you're going to have it like on your passport, like a special passport to say you've been vaccinated to travel? Is that true?
No.
The thing is, I'm not reading too much into this stuff because, it was the same with this. I don't know if anyone was following that QAnon thing that the Trump guy was supposed to be the savior and he was going to do all this stuff. And it was weird because when Trump got thrown out, finally from the presidency, everyone was like, hold on, but this wasn't how it was supposed to happen. So either we've been lied to, or we've been lied to, and that's the same thing with all these conspiracies. Maybe it could just be that there really is a pandemic going on. There's people are really dying, and people are really worried, and people are just trying to help out the best way they can. Most of them are useless.
There is definitely a COVID going on, but what it is the government are milking it. They're milking it to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Going back to this vaccine, I wouldn't worry too much about it because you look at the logistics of this. If they say to people, you've got to have the vaccine or you can't travel, you've got to make sure you've got a plan B because a lot of people may not want to take the vaccine, so won't travel. What do you think is going to happen then? The industry will suffer financially.
Of course.
So look at that.
That's why they won't bring it in. They won't bring it in.
No, you can't scare people into travelling because they've got to look at is it going to be beneficial, monetary wise? Yeah. You've got to look at that angle first. Yeah. And when it comes to this, the big greedy guts at the top, they're going to put finance over health.
Yeah.
So that vaccine thing, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's it. Whenever you're looking, if there's a way that it's going to stop them getting paid, trust me, they're going to.
You think about it. Quick. Look at what they were saying about, you got to have the vaccine to go in restaurants. What do you think people do? Order online and take out?
No.
Yeah, contact free. They can just drop it to the door and just take a picture and they don't have to be in 2 meters of you or anything.
Exactly. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. It won't work in the long term, threatening people to have the vaccine to travel because they will suffer. Just you got to have the vaccine to go clubbing. Not everybody's going to for a vaccine to go clubbing.
There's actually already a mini list of countries, obviously, forming, who have decided that you can't come in unless you've had the vaccine. Georgia, no one goes there. Seychelles you can go to, it's expensive. So not that many people go there. Romania, who goes to Romania? Nobody. Cyprus is a place for the British, I guess. I go to Cyprus a lot. Iceland, if you like I'm sure it's a beautiful country, but if you don't like the cold, you ain't going there. Lebanon. Who's going to go to Lebanon?
The popular countries are not going to do it like that.
Yeah.
No.
You know, because it
will hurt their economy, wouldn't it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't worry too much about the vaccine. Wait until you hear something official. Because if they're saying to me, remember, as I say, these doctors have called me now. If you add it up, it's 5 or 6 times now. And they say it's your choice. Even though they're bothering me, it's still my no.
They're like cold callers, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They never call you when they're going to give you some money.
No. No.
All right.
Okay.
Good. All right. Yeah, we'll go out of the table then.
I'll just sing in the background. Oh, but I'm all
No, wait, let me see if I can put the music on. Hold on. I'm gonna get this to work, man. Was it too loud? What was wrong with it?
Crackling.
Was it
crackling. It was disgusting.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. Can you hear this? Right there. He's still crackling.
Can't hear the song.
Mm.
Can you hear it? Is it crackling?
Yeah, it is crackling.
Ah.
Full of ambition, we will be fine. So
Yeah, all right. Put in. What's your last words?
I just want to say it's nice to hear that my loved ones are out there just doing their thing, studying and whatnot, making businesses, just taking advantage of the time that we have in lockdown to like better themselves. I feel like everyone should continue doing that. If they're not, start something off, even if it's reading more or painting or just something that's enjoyable to you and to better yourself, better your skills. So keep it up, everybody, and well done.
Amen.
Yeah. Travesty?
Amen.
And I'll say agreed.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. All right, guys. Then good night, and I'll put the song out, even though it's crackly.
Please don't. It's not good for the image.
I'll put it quietly.
Loyalty, that
we'll
is.
go out silently.
Good night.
My God. See ya. Bye.